Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to another mindful movement session with Sakoon. I'm Maddie. If you haven't done a session with me before yet, I'm based in London and I've been a yoga teacher for about 3 years now. So today we're going to be looking at some more chest opening based poses. So we're going to be working on opening across the shoulders, opening across the chest, and just opening the heart space in general. So what you're not really going to need anything today. I do have a bolster. So if you don't have anything like this, you can use like a pillow or you can use nothing. It's absolutely fine. This is just an extra prop for just a little bit more opening across the chest if you wanted it, but it's not necessary. So we'll just give it maybe 1 or 2 more minutes just for people to get settled in. And then we'll make a start. So yeah, today we're going to be looking at chest openers, and chest openers are very important in terms of energy. They give us a lot of energy and they really, really help with posture. So working on the spine and working on the ribs and the collarbones and all of these muscles up here across the shoulders, it's very, very good at combating this hunch that we get just from sitting on our phones, sitting on our desks. It counteracts all of that and opens everything up nicely, helps you breathe easier, and it just releases any sort of tightness you have in this upper body section. So to get started, we're just going to start in a reclined position, and I'll show you the different options that we have with the bolster. Let me just get another cushion for you. Okay. We're starting with, it's called fish pose. So this pose naturally is done from a seated position, and the top of the head comes up onto the mat to create a sort of opening, but we're going to do it in a more natural way. So if you have a big cushion, this is how you're going to do it. Place the bottom of the cushion just at the base of your spine, and then you're just going to recline onto it. Let the arms hang down by the sides. Now, this is all you have to do. It's the same if it's a smaller cushion. So just line it up with your spine, recline onto it, and then let the head hang heavy, let the arms hang down next to it. Or if you don't have either of these, it's absolutely fine. We can just come down onto our backs, lengthen the spine along the ground, find your spine connecting to all of the mat down here. And we're just gonna get into a comfortable seat. So if you are sitting with your chest a little bit more open, like this, I want you to just focus on the sensations that you're feeling right now. Heart openers can cause a little bit of discomfort with some people. They can make us feel quite vulnerable if we're used to being tucked up in this tight position, this safe position. To open up across the chest can cause a little bit of fear sometimes, which is completely natural. But this is a very important body part in terms of our spirituality, because this is how we open up our hearts, open up our emotions to other people. So just keeping the eyes closed here, just noticing gravity do its thing across the front of your chest. The back of your chest might feel a little bit compressed as it's pushed up, but the front should feel nice and open. Taking a nice deep breath here. And then on the next inhale, taking your hands, interlacing the fingers, pushing the palms away from you, and then bringing the arms up overhead. So wherever you are, just lengthening the arms up atop your head, pushing the palms away from you. Nice big deep breath in, then let the arms hang heavy. Plant the hands down next to you. We'll come back up to a seated position. You don't need your cushion or your bolster anymore. We're just going to sit down now. So starting with your hands behind you, interlace your fingers and pull your hands all the way down. So you're really feeling a stretch across the chest. And if this might be enough, but if you want a little bit more, you can tip your chin up towards the sky. And don't compress it so much that you can't fully breathe. Do it so that you can take a comfortable breath. And then as you exhale, send your chest forward and your arms up. So this might be enough. You might be able to come a little bit further, but just pull your hands away from you. That's what I want you to focus on. This balancing act of sending your chest forward, but pulling your hands away from you. So you can feel this kind of stretch across the front and the back. And then release the hands, release the head, and just let the upper body hang completely heavy, folding down. And then walking the hands back up to the body. We'll take some gentle side stretches and twists. So placing your left hand next to you, right arm comes up overhead and straightens across. So you're really feeling a stretch along the side of the body here. You might be able to come down onto the forearm, or you might just need to stay up on the hand. But I don't want you crunching in on yourself. I want you to be nice and straight so you can feel that line from your hip all the way to your finger. And then bringing that hand behind your head, so your elbows facing the sky. I want you to turn and face the ceiling. So you're really opening up the chest to the side here. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your elbow to your other elbow. So you're crunching. And you're feeling a nice stretch across the top of the shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Lengthen that right arm again, and then we're going to swap sides. So your right hand comes down next to you on the right hand side, left arm comes up overhead, and we're stretching across to the left. Wherever you were on the other side, whether it was forearm or just the hand, stay in the same position. And then bring the hand to the back of the head, elbow comes up to the sky. You might feel a nice stretch across the armpit here. Exhale to squeeze, bring that elbow to the other elbow. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. And then straightening the left arm again, coming into that side bend, and then coming back up to the center as you breathe in. Nice deep breath in. Exhale to bring your right hand to your left knee and twist over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Take your left hand on your right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist over to the right. And then inhaling back to center. We're going to come onto all fours now. So we're going to do a bit of work along the spine here. So this next movement is really, really beneficial for mobilizing all of the different vertebrae of the spine, because obviously it's not just a straight line, it's different sections that we can activate in different ways. So the more mobile the spine is, the more mobile you are. And one way we can do this is practicing cat-cow. So wrists are stacked under your shoulders, knees are stacked under your hips. As you breathe in, drop your stomach, round the back, keep the arms nice and straight, gaze up. So inhale here. And then when you breathe out, push the ground away from you, round up through the upper back, gaze at your thighs, and breathe out. So we're going to move between these two movements with your breath. So I want you to really get in touch with how your breath feels, sync it with the movement, and just see where your spine feels tight, see where you need to move more into in your spine. So inhaling to drop the stomach, exhaling to round the spine, inhaling to drop it, exhaling to round, inhale, and exhale. And then just some gentle wrist stretches. Take your weight over the front of your hands and move from left to right. So you're moving in this circle over your wrists. Moving one way, just gently finding the balance of where you can send your body weight over your wrists without it losing your balance. And then reverse the movement. And one more. Good. And then taking this same idea of the circles, we're going to do some circles with our arms. So using your right arm, straighten it out in front of you, all the way up to the sky, and then all the way back down. So we'll do 3 big circles of the arm, and then reverse it. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So big circles. And then reverse the movement. Sync these with your breath. So really breathing slowly as you move your arm. Good. And then coming back here, one more big circle of the right arm, and then when it reaches the bottom, you're going to sweep it under. I'm going to show you this from the other way so that you can hear me. So when you sweep it under, you bring the side of your face to the mat, keep your hips square, keep your hips over your knees, and then your right hand can either come like this, you can bring it up to the sky, or you can bring it around your back, whichever feels more comfortable for you. So just taking a few breaths here, really feeling the chest open up to the sky, using the ground as a way to kind of pull your chest through even more. And then release the right hand wherever it is next to your face, coming back up to center. And then the same on the other side. So another big circle of the arm. And then send it through. And wherever you had your right hand, use your left hand in the same place. So it's either going to come overhead, up to the sky, or around the back. Good. And then coming out of your thread the needle, we're just in our tabletop now. And I want you to walk your hands forward, and we're coming onto our stomach. So we're going to do a little back strengthening exercise here, which is really, really good for your posture. First of all, keeping everything on the mat, arms are down next to you, palms facing up. When you breathe in, I want you to just lift your feet. So when you inhale, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your thighs, just lift the legs. And then exhale to drop them. Just rest your head on the mat for a moment. And then next inhale, we're going to lift the arms and the legs. I don't want you to think about getting them up. I want you to think about sending them to the back of the room. So you're not just flinging things up. You're really squeezing your glutes, your shoulders, and sending everything back. Breathing deeply here. And then exhale to drop. You can bring your forearms in front of you and rest your head on your forearms for a moment. And then bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, pull your chest through your arms and come up into your cobra. Really squeeze your shoulder blades together here. Broaden the collarbones, pull the chest through. And then exhale to send the hips back, coming into your child's pose. You can rest your head on the mat here, and then bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, coming into this chest opener again. You might only be about here, that's absolutely fine. Just wherever you are, pull your hands away from you. And you can massage your forehead. And then we're going to step the right foot forward in between our hands. So we're in a low lunge. And we're going to do a low lunge back bend now. So this can be quite intense. I want you to just find your balance of where you can feel your chest is opening, but you can still breathe. So we're going to take the arms up overhead and then bend the elbows so they're kind of at a 90-degree angle next to your face, like this. Okay, inhale, and then exhale to send your chest through. So I want you to really push your hips forward, pull your arms back, push your chest forward, and gaze up at the sky. This is quite an intense posture, so be gentle with yourself. Only take it as far as you need. And then exhale to drop the hands and send the knee back. We're in our tabletop again. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So your left foot comes in between your hands. Right leg's extended behind you. You can either have your toes tucked or the top of your foot on the mat, whichever's easiest for you. Arms come up overhead. Cactus them into this 90-degree angle again. And then exhale to pull your chest through. Focus on your breathing here. Always come back to your breathing. And then dropping the hands, sending the foot back, coming back onto your knees. I'm just going to do a few neck circles. So dropping your chin to your chest. And then reverse. The final pose we're going to do before I wind you down for the day is bridge pose. So coming onto your back. We're going to take this one slowly and however your body wants it today. So I'll give you some different options. Okay, so lying on your back with your feet on the mat, your knees bent. Your hands can be by your sides, palms facing down. I want you to make sure your feet are facing away from you, straight. And then kind of lift your shoulders off the mat slightly and try and squeeze them together as much as you can whilst you're still lying down. And then as you inhale, I want you to send your hips up to the sky. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze your thighs together. And really focus on creating that bender through your back. Deep breath here, as if someone's got a string and they're pulling your hips up to the sky. And then drop. We're going to do a different variation of this one now. So same position. Inhale to lift your hips. And then if you've got enough balance, you might be able to bring your hands together underneath you. And if you can, you might be able to squeeze your shoulders together and then lift up even more. Squeezing your glutes together, squeezing your thighs together. And then exhale to lower, slowly, slowly, slowly. Release your spine to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. You can rock slightly from side to side. And then straighten the left leg along the mat. Keep the right knee in your body. And then pull it across to the left-hand side. So we're doing a reclined twist. Your right arm can stretch out across and you can gaze towards the right hand. Instead of making sure your knee comes to the floor, I want your shoulders, both of your shoulders, to be on the mat. Inhale back to center. Bring that left knee all the way into the body. And then twist over to the right, extending the left arm. Back to center. Just bringing both knees into the body, gently rocking from side to side here as we come into our final resting pose. There's a few options for you here. So depending on what cushion you had at the start, the size of it, we can use this to open up our hips a little bit for our resting position. So I'll show you with the smaller one, just so you have an idea. But we're going to place it in the exact same position, just like thinner. So it's going to come under your sit bones. And then you can straighten your legs out. So it's nothing too intense. It's just elevating your hips slightly. And this is a really good way of lengthening the fascia across the front of the body, lengthening all of that connective tissue, and just making it a lot easier to find your relaxation. If you don't have a cushion, it's absolutely fine. You can just find the mat like this. But I would like you to just close down the eyes wherever you are. You could come to a seated position if you prefer to be seated as opposed to lying down. And just start to slow down the breath here. Just noticing how your body feels now compared to at the start of the practice. If you feel the tenseness in your shoulders has loosened slightly. If you feel it's that little bit easier to breathe. Placing one hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart. And we'll just do a little bit of gentle breath work together to end the practice. So taking an inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. And we're going to start to lengthen these breaths now. So I'll try and get you to inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. One more. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. On your next inhale, take a really big, deep breath in, fill up your lungs, fill up your stomach, expand your chest, and then sigh out of your mouth nice and loudly. And just staying where you are in this comfortable rested position. Notice how your nervous system feels now. Notice if that felt more challenging for you than a normal yoga flow, if you found the heart openers to be emotionally challenging or physically challenging. But just bringing awareness to that sensation, not thinking it's good, not thinking it's bad, just noticing. Noticing how your breath feels in this space you've created in your chest. And when we do movements like this, we create more space quite literally for the heart to open. In Islam, the importance of having an open heart is so big. In the Quran, Allah talks about how He opens our hearts to His light. So when we physically open our hearts with these poses, it allows us to be more open towards things in our daily life. So wherever you are now, coming up to a comfortable seat, placing the hands on your knees, just rolling the shoulders backwards and forwards. And just thinking about how coming to these little 30-minute sessions once a week is building up a trust with your body. You're showing yourself that you can do these things, you can do them consistently, and it will pay off. So I'm going to leave you where you are. You can stay here for as long as you want, if you're in a comfortable position, or you can get on with the rest of your day. But I hope I have set you up nicely, given you a nice calm start to your day. And we can start to think about how we can bring these actions into Ramadan and how we can introduce movement in a way that helps us when we're fasting. So thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. Tomorrow, Naz will be hosting the same session at 10 a.m. And then next week, it will be me on Saturday, Naz on Sunday, as usual. So if you know anyone who would like to join, then give them the link and let them know about these sessions. If there's anything that you want me to do differently or you'd like to see more of, then please let me know. And yeah, we'll be sending a feedback form into the group. So just let us know if you'd want anything changed or anything added. It's up to you guys. These sessions are for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's been lovely to open up my heart with you this morning, and I will, inshallah, see you all next week for our next session. So have a good week, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.